Hello everyone, and welcome to the Sibyl Speaks. I'm Anthony, your host. Today we have Alaskan Governor Sarah Palin, who's been under fire since her bombshell announcement on July 3rd. Thanks for coming, Governor Palin.
You betcha, Anthony. I'm looking forward to spilling my guts. And please call me Sarah.
Will do, Sarah. Let's get right to the point. Why did you step down?
Because I've had it with both parties, and I'm planning a really big surprise for them.
Can you tell us a little more about that?
There's really not so much more to tell. Sometimes, things are exactly as they seem. What I want to know is why the media is so interested in my next move. Seems like they were running a little scared, if you ask me.
If by scared you mean hostile, then I'm inclined to agree. Women in particular seem to be most offended. Maureen Dowd has gone so far as to diagnose you with narcissistic personality disorder. What do you think of that?
Golly. I don't know what to think about that. Maybe Maureen should spend a little more time looking inward instead of hanging on my every word. Okay, I know. If she didn't write about me, nobody would notice her, nobody would bother reading her columns, and she would disappear. Maybe she knows a little more about narcissistic personality disorder than we give her credit for.
Another thing the media is criticizing you for is the role your faith plays in your life. Do you think that's a problem for you?
Let me be the first to tell ya, Anthony, my faith is not only saving me, but saving the media. Without it, I would probably be telling everybody to go fuck themselves. But with Jesus in my heart, I turn the other cheek.
There are also reports of numerous lawsuits against you for ethics violations. What can you tell us?
I can tell you that each and every one of them have been dismissed. I can also tell you that they cost $500,000 to prove that they are frivolous charges. These charges were brought against me by Alaska Democrats, who turned on me the minute I accepted John McCain's offer to be his running mate. Since then, they've fought me every step of the way, and as a result, I've not been able to advance anything that would be a help to our great state. The Republicans hated me since I first went against their agenda, which I thought was the right thing to do. So, my approval ratings have dropped from 86% to 52%, the same 52% that Barack Obama won the presidency with.
Good point, Sarah. Do you have any plans to run for office in the future?
At this point, I'm just looking forward to helping the United States without having to hold an elected position. Ya know, kinda like a community organizer of sorts. And we all know how far you can get doing that.
I'm afraid our time is up, Sarah, so thank you for visiting, and I look forward to seeing you again.
You betcha, Anthony. I look forward to coming back on your show.
That concludes our interview with Sarah Palin. I have a few parting words. The best time to punch a liberal elitist lying pig in the face is when its snout is upturned and sneering at you. Go, Sarah. May the Huffington Post and Daily Kos be sued out of existence. What a service to the online world that would be. If 1/50th of the salaciously unfair and unjust comments that have already been made about Sarah Palin in the mainstream media had been made about Barack Obama and his family, our morally bankrupt media would be screaming foul from the highest mountaintops. And yet they continue to slander her at every turn. It is fantastic to see her standing up for herself. Obama's lemmings think they can get away with the politics of personal destruction when it comes to Sarah Palin, while at the same time whining about any question of Barack Obama's irresponsible policies. People are seeing through the charade, and Sarah Palin has obviously decided, having had enough of the attacks, to help them see how morally corrupt our media has become. Sarah will ignite a movement in this country. We'll start seeing her at tea parties and other rallies. She's going to become the antithesis of the socialist we now have in the White House. She will become his worst nightmare. She is now free of political office and is a private citizen. She will have to answer to no one, including the mainstream media. The loudmouth fools in the media will soon be reaching for their Schedule A narcotics. She will offer contrast to the socialist agenda, traveling the country speaking out against the socialist policies being generated in the current administration. Don't underestimate her. Call the movement Palinism. Get ready, because here it comes.